S23 Ultra, probably the best flagship phone you can get in 2023 and the best priced. It's insane. So right now, as of the making of this video, you can pick one of these up brand new, unlocked for $880 on Amazon. That is crazy. You can get it for $999 on Best Buy. Of course, they've got some pretty decent trade-in stuff. And then if you want to go through Samsung, $1,199, normal MSRP, but they have up to $800 off with trade-in, and they're giving enhanced trade-in for a lot of older phones. For instance, I think it's like the Note 10 or Note 10 Plus. Normally they give you like $100 for it, and they're giving like $400 for it. So it might be worthwhile to pull one of those old phones out of your closet, see about trading it in. I've got links in the description for all this stuff if you want to check that out. But almost undisputed, like you've seen a lot of videos, a lot of common thoughts about this phone is, one, it's a contender for best phone of the year, but probably is best Android phone of the year in the flagship category, at least for most people, and it's untouchable in certain areas. So really, 200 megapixel camera, that's great. I know that you look at the Pixel, you look at the iPhone, they all take very similar photos. Some of them, like the iPhone and the Pixel, have a faster shutter speed, which some people appreciate. But 8K video, 24 frames, 30 frames per second, that's pretty fantastic. The S Pen, there's nothing like it. There's no other phone that has anything similar to what you get with the S Pen in this phone. The functionality, the air gestures, using it as a remote shutter, all those great things. This phone is built from the ground up to take advantage of and to use the S Pen. Take your notes, do all that great stuff, do some video editing if you so desire, and nobody else can compete with that. Really, nobody else can at all. And you also get Dex, which is industry-leading desktop client software that you can use with this phone, whether that's wired or wireless. And then, of course, you got a big, beautiful screen, 6.8 inches. You have the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. So this isn't just an optical fingerprint scanner. It's ultrasonic. It maps the tech, like your thumbprint. It maps it at ultrasonic. And it's pretty neat because it's super, super secure. And, of course, you also have facial recognition, which you can use. And it's got amazing build quality. It feels premium in and out. You've got probably just about the best camera array that you could ask for on the back of this phone, with the telephoto, the ultra wide, the 100 times zoom. You've also got the macro capability, 4 years of operating system updates, 5-year security patches, and still they keep beating Google to the punch when it comes to security patches and updates and things like that. So I think they're pretty much the king of Android. I think they very squarely planted that flag right in front of Google's face. And if you were to ask me straight up, should I get this or should I get the Pixel 8 Pro? That's a very difficult question to answer. You guys know I like the Pixel 8 Pro, but you could get this for $880 right now, or you can spend $999 to get the Pixel 8 Pro. Go buy this. At $999, it's still, I think it depends on what you want. And I know a lot of people have a lot of concerns and hesitation when it comes to Google. I am pissed off at them right now because my Pixel Fold is still on the September patch running Android 13. It won't update to Android 14. Kind of ridiculous. I don't understand what the deal is. And then you have Samsung who's just putting out updates all the time, and they're doing a good job. So even though you get 7 years of operating system updates and 7 years of security patches with Google, I think that 5 years security patches, 4 years of operating system updates is pretty meaningful. I think it's realistic, and Samsung has demonstrated time and time again that they're Johnny on the spot with actually getting these updates out there in the first place. So you got all that. You've got Dolby Atmos, amazing speakers, probably some of the best speakers in the game, beautiful screen, and I love the design of this phone. Ergonomics, I love how they kind of flattened out the screen, but it still has just that hint of a curved edge, made it more ergonomic, easier to hold, and got some nice, beautiful colors. And yeah, they got some good deals too. Even if you were to put this up against the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I've enjoyed using that, but still, it's an $1,199 phone. You can't buy that for $880 brand new on Amazon. Heck, you can't even get all that decent trade-in value for stuff. They'll basically give you kind of half of what you paid the previous year for other phones. So Samsung has the best for the trade-in deals, and they are very aggressive with multiple different platforms. Yes, Best Buy, they have some good trade-in stuff, but $999 I think is pretty fair. MSRP is $11.99. It's $200 off that, but $880 on Amazon, that is a pretty darn special price because it doesn't require to trade in anything. And if you look at what you can get for $880, well, you can basically get an iPhone 15. for about 50 bucks cheaper if you buy it unlocked. So you can get this cheaper than the Pixel 8 Pro. You can get it cheaper than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this competes, it holds up, it stands up on its own, great software support, great performance, and nobody really questions the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2. There are question marks out there that people have about the Pixel 8 Pro and the Google Tensor 3. I get it, I understand. There have been concerns with the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the heating and the overheating and the charging heating and some software glitch issues and things like that. The S23 Ultra, I think, has had the least amount of concerns, problems, or issues, and I think across the board, pretty much everybody has been really impressed with the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2. You've got the special version, the Snapdragon for Samsung, which this one is clocked even higher than its competitors, 3.36 gigahertz. And it's funny, not all processors of the same cloth are created equally. If you take a look at the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 in the OnePlus 11, it's actually significantly clocked lower to the point where it's only about a slight bump up from the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1, and the Google Tensor 3 is performing almost as well as that one. So Samsung has gone to great lengths to make sure that this product stands out. I've tested it thoroughly. I've carried it around. I've used it. I've made tons of videos on it. And now as we go into the holiday season, a lot of people are looking around. What should I spend my money on? Should I buy this phone? Should I buy that phone? Should I upgrade? And one big question people have been asking me a lot lately is, should I wait and get the S24? Look, the S24 is right on the horizon. As soon as we get past December, that's all everybody's going to be talking about. That's all the videos are going to be talking about. But this phone has done so well that if you can take advantage of a good deal, they've had great deals through carriers. If you can get it and 880 bucks is a good deal for you, you're not going to see that on the S24 for quite a while. And the S24, I'm sure, will have some nice upgrades, but the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 has been so good. The camera in here, I think, is excellent. I think that it's got a beautiful display. I think that the performance is top notch. Like, it's up there and untouchable from even some other phones, especially when you look at DeX. If that's something that's important to you, having the stylus and how well that's like cleverly implemented, and basically you can use it throughout the phone. I think that this is a good phone. And for most people, I think it's probably the best flagship that you can get, especially in the Android world. Now, I like the Pixel 8 Pro, and some people are going to prefer that phone. I personally like the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V. Some people will like that phone. But as far as the widest cast net with the highest baseline performance, with features you just don't see in other phones, and just the overall prestige and the reliability that the Samsung name carries along with it, I think it's a good phone. One UI 6 is starting to roll out to some folks, so you can test out. You can get Android 14 soon. It's not available on mine yet. I hope that that's something that's going to be here soon, but it did start rolling out over the last couple of days, at least to my understanding. But yeah, I was looking around, doing some research. I saw the prices, and I think they're probably going to be good for a little while, but it's one of those things where this is the time of year where, one, Samsung wants to incentivize people to buy it, and two, the deals line up where people are looking to do some holiday shopping. So if you've had a new phone on your list and you've been interested in the Samsung phone, you've waited all year long, you've seen the Samsungs, the OnePluses, you've seen the Apples, you've seen the Googles, and this one, even though it came out 6, 7, 8, 9 months prior to some of these other phones, has withstood the test of the 2023 year, and still is, I think, is king of the Android phones. And it definitely runs toe-to-toe with Apple, and even has some special things that Apple can't even pull off on its own. So I just want to talk about this phone again because I was looking at it. I know a lot of people are starting to look for deals. I've had a lot of people ask me questions. Hey, keep an eye on this. Let me know what's going on. Is this a good time to buy? And I think it's a fantastic phone. If you want to wait for the S24, go for it. It's right on the horizon, just a couple of months away. But sometimes buying the best phone that you can get currently, and even though it's not even a year old yet, it's still going to be supported for basically 4.5 more years. There's a lot to like here, and I think most people would agree that this, yeah, it's a fantastic phone. So that's all I got in this video. I just wanted to talk about that real quick and let you know about the deals and stuff that's going on. I've got links in the description for all that stuff. But yeah, top of the line, great phone, lots of good deals, and that's all I got. So if you have any questions or comments, or hey, if you bought one already and you like the phone, sound off in the comments with the experience that you've had. I've had a fantastic experience with it. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.